Board Clerk, is there any additions to the agenda?
No, Mr. Chairman, no additions. Thank you.
Okay. County Counsel, will you read the items to be discussed in closed session?
Certainly. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We've got 4 items on this morning's closed session agenda. Item 2A, request for closed session conference with labor negotiators pursuant to Government Code Section 54957.6. County negotiators is Adrian Caleb and Ken Caves. Employee organizations, all units are up for discussion. Item 2B, conference with legal counsel, existing litigation pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9, subsection D1, and that is the EEOC case, John Baker versus the County of Madera and the County District Attorney. Item 2C is request for legal counsel or request for closed session conference with legal counsel, existing litigation. The name of the case is the State of California, Regents of the University of California et al. On-the-Go Wireless LLC versus Celco Partnership DBA Verizon Wireless, etc. The County of Madera is a plaintiff in that class action type case. And then lastly, item 2D, conference with legal counsel, existing litigation pursuant to Government Code Section 54956D1. Name of the case is A1 Distributing versus the County of Madera. Now is the time for any public comment on any of those 4 items.
Good morning, Councilman. My name is Jacob Gordon. I'm a resident of Madera County. I'm also a disabled veteran through the Department of Veterans Affairs.
Wait a minute. Are you going to discuss marijuana or?
The A1 distributing, sir.
It's on the closed session.
Okay, it's on the closed session.
Yeah.
So, with A1 distributing, we have safe access, clean access to medication, meaning with the new laws for California, everything has to be lab tested and approved. Right now, because the council has not voted, we don't have safe access to medication. The veterans, per the Department of Veteran Affairs, are allowed to use medical cannabis in recreational states. It's right on the VA website. We need safe access to those medications and know that they're clean and pure, so that when we are using it with our medical professionals at the VA, where they're guiding us along how to use it, we need safe access to know that it's safe. Also, that there's a licensed business that you guys have to provide license for medical cannabis for us to be able to use them, which hasn't been done. Also, handicap. You guys said we're able to grow. Well, I'm 100% disabled. I'm in a wheelchair 3 days out of the week. So how am I supposed to take care of 6 plants myself per the new guidelines for medical use? How can I do that if I'm handicapped, but I can park right up front outside any store or any business in the county? So we need to be able to have them so they can produce the medication for us. They would need the state licensing to do so as well, which is okay for the state, but not through Madera County. So that's why this needs to be rearranged. Also, THC, CBD, CBN. Does anyone know up here what those are? I'm sure everyone knows what THC is. It's the psychoactive cannabinoid in a marijuana plant. CBN is cannabinoids in general. CBD is a natural chemical that our body produces that helps repair damaged muscles and recoup from damaged cancer cells and such like that. So if no one has the education of what's actually in a marijuana plant, then why are we outlawing it on a biased opinion from 20 years ago? So we need to revisit this, and we need to have safe access for our medication. It's being revisited, but please, medical only, not recreational. But our patients that can't access the medication safely and can't make sure it's clean for them to use, they need to be able to have the access for this. As all of our veterans need to have access to alternative. Because the suicide rates from from the pharmaceutical industry and the opioid addiction crisis going on, the cannabis industry is completely fighting that. And I'm standing here before you as proof. I told you last time, 160 milligrams of morphine a day. I was drooling on myself daily. I couldn't function. I couldn't sit up. I couldn't take care of my son there in the stroller. And now I'm able to walk around, hold him, be out of my wheelchair because of it, because I'm off those opioids. So you can see the good that medical does. Not recreational, just medical. Thank you.
Thank you. Can you get him the portable mic?
Good morning, council members. My name is Daniel Phillips. I'm a 65-year-old Vietnam veteran and Desert Storm veteran. I got hurt in the Gulf War 27 years ago. I'm here in support of the A1 dispensary in Madera County. I believe it's an asset to your county for what it's doing to us veterans and helping us. I can't survive without it. I have my medications that I have to take. I've had liver cancer. That's been removed. My hepatitis C has been removed. But the VA is understanding that I use medical marijuana. I don't get high. High is something I did when I was a kid, when I was young and stupid. I get what I call adjusted, where it just helps me out. Whereas if you know the driving, have people out here that they drive you nuts, well, this kind of helps calm me down. But A1 dispensary is doing the good for the veterans and for their patients. And I would strongly recommend you consider not closing them down and losing the best thing that's happened from Madera County. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. If there are any more speakers, you need to come up and to the front and sign in. Otherwise, we're going to close the public hearing if nobody's standing up there next time.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning. My name is Jody Snyder. I am a citizen of Madera County. I've spoken with several of you on a few different...
Speak into the mic, please.
Right here? Okay,
Hold it over.
I've spoke with a few of you about certain situations. A1, for me, is a lifeline. I'm a veteran. I was in the United States Marine Corps. I was a sheriff with the Los Angeles County. I was a deputy. I have 4 children. 4 years ago, I got extremely sick, and I ended up having surgeries. I ended up being under 100 pounds. To this day, I have no appetite. I have issues with tremors. I have issues with sleep disorders now, all because of my absorption levels. A1 has given me, because I will not go to some high school kid or somebody I don't know for medication. It's like me going for Prozac to somebody out on a park bench. I can go in and I can tell them exactly what's bothering me, what's hurting me the worst. Am I puking every time I eat? And I get suggestions, I get help, I get input. Without A1, without a regulated place for me to go, I'd be back on 23 pills a day. And that 23 pills is in a stomach the size of my thumb. So when you vote on this, I just please ask that you don't think about all those kids out there getting stoned or all the people sitting in the park smoking their marijuana. I want you to think about those of us who truly will die. It's not a game, and it's our lives. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Board. My name is Daryl Saliveri. I'm a disabled combat veteran. I deployed to Afghanistan and to Iraq. A1 has been helping me ever since I got out of the service back in 2011. They were helping me unknowingly, but they were helping me. And now that I get to know everybody there at A1, I've seen what they do for other veterans and just sick people in general. People with cancer, people that had 3 months to live, but they're still with us today, 5 years later. I've also had the experience of getting test results from the flowers, from the medicine that A1 produces. And all the test results show no pesticides, no mold, clean medicine. They've won multiple awards for their medicine, being clean, being potent, and working for patients. And if you guys would like to take a look, I have copies. You guys can take a look at all the test results for them.
Just give it to him and he'll pass it around.
So A1 isn't just producing marijuana. It isn't just producing weed, pot that you find in the street. It's producing a legitimate medicine that I've seen personally change my life. I've seen it personally change my family members' lives and other veterans and just people of the community. So, when you guys please just try and think about the people who need it, the veterans, the sick people. All that is helping. I know for me, I couldn't function on a daily without it. And taking a place away that we can get that safe access from, it's just going to make more crime in the streets. Because people that need the medicine, they're going to find it one way or another. So why not have a safe access point where funds can go back to the community where it's all going to? Because right now, people are going to start going over to Fresno to get their medical cannabis because Fresno opened it up. And Fresno's working on an ordinance right now. Do you want all the money from Madera to go to Fresno? Those are some things we got to think about. And I hope you guys, make the right decision when you talk about this again. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Morning. My name is Stan Cummins, and I represent...
I'm sorry, I didn't hear your name.
My name is Stanley Cummins.
Okay.
I represent the management of A1 Distributing. We've been in business since 2015. The paperwork that was just presented to you is showing that we've been paying our taxes, not only to the state, but to the federal government also for payroll. We have, that was one of the things when we got into this, was to make sure that we did this and paid our taxes like we're supposed to, like any other business should also. There's a lot of them out there that have not done this, that have taken it and profited from it. As far as us, as far as the management of the company, we make very little money on this. Anywhere from $250 a week to about $700 a week as the top wages for A1 Distributing. The rest of the money goes towards our patients and the product. And one of the things I also pleased with, since we've been there since 2015, we have security. We've never had one officer called out for any kind of a commotion at our locale. We do not allow smoking on premises by any patients. It is all packaged, stapled, and told right on the front of it to take it home and to be used at home. We have close to 3,000 patients that have signed in to A1 Distributing. They are checked out both from their recommendations for the doctors. The doctors are checked out also. And this is on a yearly basis. Now, with the state coming in, that will change to a certain degree because that will go through the public health system now, as far as your medical license. We have become the sponsor for 22 militia. There's approximately about 80 veterans that come there. We have twice a month they come there. Once a month is for dinner, and it's also for them to have time to get together to be able to talk about their situations and what they've gone through during their stay as far as in the service. And they have noticed a change in even that, being able to discuss and talk. And A1 has provided the funds for that, and also for their medication too, so that they can be able to have safe access to it. A1 has been responsible for burying 3 of our patients. There were no funds for them to be buried. A1 did it. Also, we have, as a family, we have purchased about 40 acres off of Road 406, off of 41. It's kind of out in the middle of nowhere. But we hope that one of these days that Madera County will see the ability to be able, number one, to draw off of that as far as funds. But number two, we'd like to be able to grow for our patients on that facility. Right now, it's ag. That's the way it's stated on the 40 acres. We'd like to be able to have our veterans help us with that grow and help provide clean, safe medication for our patients. But that's something that you're going to have to come to a decision on if you'd allow that. And most of all, we're asking for
Expired. Wait a minute.
Most of the people here are veterans, and we can't accommodate our veterans, and shame on us. Turn that clock off.
We appreciate that. My father served in World War II, and he retired as a chief petty officer out of the Navy. And so he'd appreciate that too. The last thing I was going to say is we would hope that you would take a look and now allow a death to a really good company. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is John Cook. I'm also a disabled veteran. I lost my leg while serving. I lost my career, lost my identity. I went down a dark road of addiction, being on so many pain medications, so many surgeries. I was on 6 different medications, suicide attempts, psych ward lockups, the same thing that 22 vets a day, lose their lives from dealing with. I got off 5 of those medications, and I started using marijuana. At the discretion of my VA psychologist, which they're not supposed to do, but they mentioned to me this is better for you. The side effects, the fact that of the addiction, the pharmaceutical drugs, they're so addicting, the things they do to us. I was a vegetable for a long time. I was just sitting at home, couldn't function. With marijuana, I can function. I take it when I need it. It's not addicting like the other drugs. A1 is much more than just a collective. They're a family. They started this 22 militia, and it's a time for veterans to come out, whether they've tried marijuana or not, because there's a lot of veterans that have been asking about it. Hey, I heard this can help. You seem to use it. How does it help? And I explained to them how it helps the PTSD, how it helps my phantom pains. It can help physical, mental pain. There's so many uses for it, as well as the cancer, the epilepsy, things of this nature. There's so many things, so many benefits to it without all the side effects of all the legal drugs that the doctors love to just feed us. A1 started doing this 22 militia and having these meetings twice a month, and it's a time for veterans to come out. They can talk to these guys that work there that know the straight medicinal benefits of it. What do you need it for? These are the strains that will help you more. And that's something that we can't get when we're buying it from the regular dealers. The same guys that I was buying the illicit drugs from when I was in the worst of my worst are the same guys that I had to go back to get the marijuana. And it still feels wrong. I'm still doing these back alley deals and talking to these shady guys that'll turn around and rip you off. Here I got a family, brothers that I can go talk to and tell them if I'm having a hard day, and we can sit down and chat about it, as well as get my medicine. It's much more than a collective, and I hope you guys will vote to keep it going. So, thank you.
Thank you. Okay. We'll go into closed session now. Do we have anything to report out of closed session?
Yes, Chairman, there are some items to report from closed session. There was no action taken on anything in closed session except for 2C as in cat, that's existing litigation involving some cellular companies. On a motion by Supervisor Wheeler, seconded by Supervisor Frazier, and a vote 5-0, the board decided to settle a portion of this litigation, and the rest will hopefully get settled shortly hereafter. So no payment of any money by the county in that settlement. Nothing else to report, Chairman.
Thank you. We're opening and closing in memory of Mr. Supervisor Wheeler.
Yeah, thank you. It's been a rough couple of months, I guess, and I probably missed some people, but I've got, first one I want to talk about is June Ritchie. They lived up there when I moved up there in 1958. She was a longtime teacher at Chwanakee School. She was 96 years old, and a great lady, helped everybody around North Fork and stuff, even though they lived down in Chwanakee until they shut that all down. Second was Beverly Stern. Her husband was Bob, and they owned the Duceys, the Pines, and Old Town. Bud Coletti started Old Town, but Bob and Beverly bought it and built a big restaurant and bar in there and everything, and really improved it. And he passed away, and Beverly kind of let it go to hell. But it's now called Bandit Town, so it's really a great place now. But she was a great lady. Every year she'd call me and want to know if I had somebody could do some cleanup out there. And she was 85. And I don't know how many of you people knew Wilbur Plogger, the rodeo clown. A lot of you probably known him. He leased land from us for quite a few years at the Circle W Ranch, and our neighbors also at the Stivers Ranch. And he always rode a mule. And I'd be sitting at the office, and he'd come riding in that mule and just start yelling, "Tom Wheeler, you here?" And I'd go out there, and he'd just unhook his mule and just stay there. It wouldn't leave or nothing. But he was all-around cowboy, champion, and he done everything: bull riding, bulldogging, horse riding. Bucking, the whole works. And he made a couple of movies with Disney, and he brought me videos of them to give to my daughter. So it was really cool. And he was a co-founder of the Fellowship of Christian Cowboys. And he used to come to the Corsico Rodeo, which you guys probably remember, and done the services on Sundays until he got so he couldn't do it. But he was riding a horse 2 days before he passed away, and he was 95 years old. And then most of you know Jim Watkins, lawyer in Oakhurst. He ran against me. We all ran together the first time when I ran for supervisor, and his beautiful wife Penny passed away a couple of weeks ago, struggling from cancer and stuff. She was a special person. I can't even tell you how special she was, and she will be missed. And then Friday was a funeral for Kelly Michelle Marshall. Her dad and I went to high school together, and we worked together for about 10 years at the Circle W Ranch when I first went to work there. And she was a tribal member of the Mono tribe. She was the chairman of the museum, which has got a big fundraiser going right now to improve that museum that they have built themselves, the tribe. And one of the only two in the whole United States that they've done themselves and run themselves. And she headed that for many, many years. And she put up a heck of a battle, very young, passed away a couple of weeks ago, and she was very special. So that's what I have this time, Max. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Wheeler.
And I want to open and close in memory of them. It's all 5 of them, so thank you.
Very good. The invocation will be provided by Angelo Picero. And
my good friend, Angie.
And pledge of allegiance by Supervisor Poitras.
Join me in prayer. Heavenly Father, we are blessed by your divine presence as we come together to install Tom Wheeler as a new chairman of the Board of Supervisors and to recognize the other board members. As this board begins this year, Bless the members with your divine wisdom and guidance as they face the many challenges that will confront them during the year. Bring them peace and comfort as they open their minds to resolving the various issues that come before them. Guide us all in creating a consciousness of love and harmony and understanding as the year progresses. As we celebrate the 125th anniversary of Madera County, we are grateful for the many opportunities that we have had in living in such a magnificent community environment. And we look forward to many opportunities that will enhance Madera County and the abundance that your loving nature will provide for all of its citizens this year. We gratefully release this prayer to your divine presence and say with me, and so it is. Amen.
Will you join me as we salute our flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Board Clerk, I would pull in 7A.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, we'll be pulling 7A, and I'm taking that up now. That's our Board of Supervisors Department. Discussion and consideration of approval of the reorganization of the Chairman and Chairman Pro Tem for the 2018 calendar year and related presentations. Passing of the gavel, Chairman's welcome speech, and the 125th anniversary of Madera County.
At this time, we'll be taking nomination for Chairman of the Board of Supervisors of Madera County.
I'll nominate Tom Wheeler as Chairman of the Board of Supervisors.
Second.
Call for the vote. Supervisor Rogers?
Yes.
Sorry, Chairman. Public
Excuse me.
comment.
We have a second?
Yeah.
Okay. I make a motion, we close the nomination. Okay.
Public comment. Public comment.
Public comment?
Okay, well, someone's got to not want Tom to be on
Call for the vote. Supervisor Rogers?
Yes.
Supervisor Frazier?
Yes.
Supervisor Poitras?
Yes.
Supervisor Wheeler?
I'm thinking about it.
And Supervisor Rodriguez?
Present? Yes.
Vote passes 5-0.
I make a motion that we nominate Brett Frazier to Vice Chair.
Second.
I make a motion that we close nominations.
Bring it back?
You made a motion to close the...
Yeah.
Call for the vote. Supervisor Rogers?
Yes.
Supervisor Wheeler?
Yes.
Supervisor Poitras?
Yes.
Supervisor Rodriguez?
Yes.
Supervisor Frazier?
Oh, I was going to break the tie, but yes.
Vote passes 5-0.
You know,
Congratulations, Tom.
Thank you, Tom.
How many times does this make now?
Three.
Three. Third times. Third time's a charm, right?
Yep.
You know, this past year, as chairman of the board, it really has been an experience because we have and I always use this word, a diversified board here, but it's a good board, and we work, and I know as a fact, we work for the good of Madera County at all times, even though what you're reading, whatever, that is not true. This board works for the county of Madera, and it's been a joy and a pleasure working with this board and the staff in Madera County. I think we... $10 fines.
It's the telephone, the county phone, they're calling it. Oh, it's the president, he's calling me. Look at that.
He's going to be our chairman. It's going to be fun. Anyway, you know, it's been, I'll use the word, it's been enjoyable working with these people and with staff. I think we're doing a lot better than we have in the past since 2008. It was terrible. And we've come a long ways, hoping to continue so that we can provide better benefits to our employees and do better things for Madera County. Madera County is growing, as you can see on Avenue 12. And I think we're going to do great. if we can just bring in some big, large companies that employ a lot of people, but people that want to work, that'll be great. We're the center of ag, the ISA United States, and we have to provide employees for the other segment of the population that is not working presently, so that everybody benefits in the long run. And I think we're getting there, folks. Madera County is making a mark in history. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Max, I personally want to thank you for your leadership this year. And, there's one thing that comes to mind when I think of Max Rodriguez. He's a gentleman, and he's always been that way. He operates that way with each of us. He has a stellar sense of humor, too, very dry. And you don't know half the time whether he's joking with you or not. And then he'll crack a little smile, and you know. But he's pretty good at that, and we just really appreciate him, his spirit, his attitude. Thank you, Max.
Thank you.
Do you want me to say? Oh, yeah. I was going to. Max, the other word is statesman. When there's conflict, either within the board internally or something that's going on here in the public, you know how to calm everybody down, how to bring everything back to center. It is an attribute that makes this board better every single day that you're on it. We really appreciate everything that you do to keep us centered and on focus. And we'll miss your steady leadership, I'll tell you that much.
What do you mean by that? It'll be steady.
Stable genius over here.
Yeah. Do you want to say something?
Yeah.
Okay. I just, before I say anything else, I want to just thank Max. We've been friends since 1960. We worked at the sawmill together for years. His brother actually saved my life one time up there because I thought I was going to die one Saturday pulling chain. And Max is so dedicated. Him and his brother and two other gentlemen drove every day from Madera down here to North Fork for 26 years working at the sawmill. And that's how dedicated he is at this job, too. And it's a pleasure working with him. When I decided to run and knew he was there, I called him to try to get some ideas of what I should and shouldn't do. And he's been my mentor and leader since then. And I've got a nice plaque for him that he's been chairman in 09, 13, and now the 17. And it's a beautiful plaque, and I want to personally give it to you, buddy. Thank you, Bob.
This is. Did that make me look slimmer, Chuck? No.
Very good. Okay, Tom.
Now we're going to switch.
Yeah, I think it's fine. Okay, there you go.
I can't see without these. Did I get this all right, boy? Wow, the chairman's seat. Woo! Thank you, guys, so much. Now then, man, good morning, and thank you once again for trusting me with this honor. It's a great day today because I woke up not dead again, so I figure that's a good day. I always use that since Willie Nelson come out with that song, and I use that for my motto now. So this is the third time that I've had the opportunity to serve as chair, and I can truly say that it is with great pride and gratitude that I once again take this gavel. Thank you to the board for trusting me with this responsibility, and thank you for all the great work that you guys do. It is truly a pleasure to work with each and every one of you, and we have our ups and downs and over and unders, but we get stuff done to make it better for our public, and that's what counts. I want to thank everybody that's here, my friends, family, members of the community, and I'm so proud to represent you and for coming down today, because a lot of you came down from the mountains. My beautiful son Wade's here, who got my camera. I don't know if he took any pictures. He was sitting there just looking. So I gave it to him. Oh, thank you, Ahmad. There's my other son right there. My beautiful girlfriend, Leslie. Raise your hand, hon. Thank you. Did Diana get here?
She's in the back, that corner.
Oh, yeah, okay, no. I mean, Diane, my sister-in-law. That's okay.
Diane.
You can be my sister-in-law too, Diane. She's representing the Course Code Chamber. So we got a bunch of Course Code Chamber people here. And I got a bunch of people. I just can't thank all of you, but Diane from the Big Brothers, Big Sisters is here, and some of her group. We can't thank her for what she does for our kids in Madera and Fresno County. She does a great job. We got the Yosemite Sequoia RC&D representatives, Dan Rule from and his wife Joelle from Emergency Preparedness Committee. We got the Course Code and Oakhurst, both chambers here. I just thank you guys. It's a pleasure working with you. And I think, Jason, I bet Becky's here, Gary, Todd, Jay's not here? You see Jay here?
He was here earlier.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
Other elected officials, thank you guys. John Reed, my planning commissioner, he's back there. He's actually doing training today up on the second floor, but he come down for this. Gary Walker, the chair of the Mono Rancheria Council, he's back there. And that was his sister, gee whiz, Kelly, that passed away. And Gary is a great friend. We grew up together, him and his dad, like I said, and stuff. And he's doing a great job with the council. The whole council is doing a great job. And then I think Mrs. Mendoza, from the assistant to the president, Sandra Caldwell for Reedley College. Did she make it? She was going to come. Oh yeah, Andy. I got that here. Yeah, Andy from Madera, mayor. He's back there, and the Madera City Councilman. Some are here. The Visitors Bureau. Did Rhonda make it down here? Any of them? Oh, there they are, right there. 3 of them, good. And 4 of them. Steve's here, too. And did Darren Sukup make it?
Yep.
Oh, there he is. He's the, what do you call your job? He heads the
CEO.
Oakhurst Junior College. That's what he is. He was the director of the chamber for a long time. And boy, that guy does a great job, too. So we got SPCA representatives, the Norfolk CDC, the Yosemite Sequoia RC&D, I already said that. The MADCO's here. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the good job you do. And the other council members from the Mono tribe. And I don't know, did any of the Chukchansi tribe members get here? A couple of...
Yes.
Oh, hey, there you are. How you doing, buddy? Thank you. And I want to thank my good friend Angie for doing the invocation today. We go back a long ways. He was the superintendent of Yosemite School, and I was on the school boards for Sierra, Chawanakee, and all that. We worked together for years and years trying to get the schools all together to have that good hunk of money for all of us to benefit. We couldn't get it done, change the state laws, but Angie and I worked hard to get that done, helping our kids. So, and I really want to thank Erica Caveira from PG&E. Oh, there she is, yeah. I'm just so used to Ann, I got to get used to you now. So PG&E has really helped us out a lot with our trees and stuff, boy. And I can't thank enough our dedicated staff. I mean, we got the best staff in the whole world. And it's so nice. For the last 3 or 4 years, we've got other counties now losing their people to Madera County because of what we have here and what we offer. And so we're getting people from the other counties now, and we got such a dedicated staff, and we as a board is only as good as that staff out there. Without you guys, we're nothing. You guys mess it up, we don't get reelected. So that's just the bottom line. So the ones that don't do good, we get rid of them, and then we bring in the good ones. So we got a good staff now. Our leadership team: Eric Fleming, Regina, Adrian, Rhonda, our board members: Ahmad, Matt, Dexter, Tanya, and all the other ones that I'm not mentioning that I know are here that make us all look good, you know. And I really want to thank my fellow elected officials: Gary, Savanda, Todd Miller, Tracy, and Rebecca, and Jay. We make up a good team from Madera County, and we do a lot of good things, I think. So after 11 years on this board, I can say that I'm proud of both this board and the staff in making strides to increase our transparency to the public. We live in times of distrust and uncertainty, and it's our goal to engage the public and to be a trusted local government, which you can't say that for Sacramento and Washington. So I can say that. You guys might not want to, but I can. On that note, I'm happy to announce that for the first time, Madera County will be conducting 3 on-the-road meetings this year. Our first one will be in Chowchilla, and we'll have one in Oakhurst, and we're going to have one out the Ranchos. And the dates are kind of set. We're getting all the details worked out, but we will have meetings in those 3 communities, and all before June. So get ready to come and tell all your neighbors and friends that it's a time to come to our meetings. You don't have to come down here. So, and a couple of them are going to be in that late afternoon and the evening also. So that'll be nice. Additionally, a new website and updated board equipment will allow the public to better interact with their local government for 2018. We're going to be using Madera City's hall over here. Oh, Bobby Kahn, I didn't see you back there hiding there from the EDC. Thank you. We're going to be using Madera City's boardroom for about a month while we replace all this electronic stuff in here. It's old-fashioned and quits half the time, and we have to look at each other and see what's going on up here. One of these times you guys all need to come up here and see what we have in front of us. It's pretty interesting. And you can, any of you, if you don't know, you can watch us at home live on TV, on the computers. And we got it set up now, it's like a TiVo, so if you see that Tom Wheeler says something stupid and you want to replay it, you can replay it 3 times and listen to me 3 times, say it that way. So, and then go back to the regular, so you can do that too. So it's going to be fun doing that. So, and the other thing we decided to do this last year with all of our leadership, and Max especially, is we created an internal public information team. And we're hoping to better share the work we do, why we do it, and to better learn how to best serve you. And so they're working hard already, and it's going to be an exciting year. So I would like to highlight that in 2017, the board took a hard look at the overall mission and vision of Madera County, and here's what we come up with. When it came down to it, we all agreed that we wanted to create a countywide culture of excellence through dedicated public service while striving to be a trusted local government that works diligently for the people while adhering to the state and federal regulations. And I'm really excited to announce our birthday of 125 years from Madera County. This is our birthday this year. We're 125 years old, and I've had about 5 people ask me that they didn't think I looked that old yet. So I'm getting close to it. So, and it was in 1893 that we gained our independence from Fresno County, and our forefathers have been building upon that independence ever since. And we have really grown as a county, and I'm proud to be part of it too. For this reason, as your chair, I would like to dedicate 2018 to our 125th anniversary birthday, our 125th year. I want to dedicate that. I got pins for all of us, and us board members will grab a hand and take them out to you, and we break to go for our little reception out there. But first, I just want to introduce one of my favorite people and my good friends, Bill Coate, to read the proclamation and publicly thank the 125th Anniversary Committee for their efforts. You want to sit right there and we get your thing to do it, Bill? And there, either way, would you rather step down?
Comfortable.
Whatever you want to do. You take the choice, buddy. This is a famous Bill Coates. He's been on TV programs. He's taken our kids on wagon trains all the way across Madera County.
All right, thank you. What a compliment to be asked to read this proclamation, and what gratitude the community owes to this board for beginning the new year by looking back in our past to this very important, to this very important milestone. So, having said that, I will begin. This is a proclamation recognizing 125 years of incorporation, honoring the past and celebrating the future of Madera County, January 2018. Whereas, I don't want I don't do anything.
I know you're an actor. I know how it is.
Look at these people here. Can you hear me all right?
Get him a microphone
there.
We got a mic right here.
All right. I want to share this. I don't do well. Is that what I need there? Okay. Well, I'll come over here. I'm sorry.
You're all right, Bill.
You thought you were at a Senate hearing and we were about to start cross-examining you, huh?
Now, do I need that, or can I do this?
Yeah. Whichever one you want.
All right, doesn't make any difference. Okay, now I can get going.
He's an actor too, as you can tell.
I'm sorry. Whereas 2018 marks the quasquacentennial. The quasquacentennial. I've been using that word all morning. The 125th anniversary of Madera County's founding in 1893. And whereas the original Fresno County, formed in 1856, was of immense proportions, its eastern line was the Nevada state border and included portions of Inyo, Mono, Kings, San Benito, Mariposa, and Madera counties as they exist today. And whereas in the early 1890s, a movement began to the north of the San Joaquin River to separate and become an independent Madera County. And whereas on January 28th, 1893, a meeting was held in Fresno County at Cutner Hall at 8 p.m. for the purpose of adopting a resolution to send to the legislature for or against the division. And whereas Maderans stopped their train north of the depot, quietly took possession of the hall and the chairs, while one of their members turned in a false fire alarm that drew the anti-divisionists in the opposite direction. A standing vote was called for in the hall where most Maderans had commandeered the chairs before the Fresnans had arrived to find standing room only. And whereas the meeting at Cutner Hall ended with an adoption of a resolution in favor of the division from Fresno County, the bill to create Madera County was introduced on February 25th, 1893. And whereas on May 16th, 1893, an election for the creation of Madera County was set, and in due course, the county was created. And whereas over 125 years, Madera County has evolved into a thriving county with a rich past, exciting present, and a future with limitless possibilities. We are thankful for our past, present, and future employees, residents, visitors, and community partners as we reflect on the countless contributions they have made to the quality of our lives and the well-being of our county. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed by the Board of Supervisors of the County of Madera, State of California, that they do hereby commemorate the 125th anniversary of Madera County and encourage our residents to participate in the events planned throughout the year to observe this momentous occasion. We extend our heartfelt appreciation to those who have served this community as elected officials, appointed officials, civic and business leaders, organizations, and volunteers who have helped promote community involvement and leadership throughout its 125 years of existence. Bearing witness thereof, we have Tom Wheeler, Chairman, Supervisor, District 5, Brett Frazier, Supervisor, District 1, David Rogers, Supervisor, District 2, Robert Poitras, Supervisor, District 3, and Max Rodriguez, Supervisor, District 4. It is my honor and my pleasure, and I thank you and congratulate you today.
Isn't he great? I'll tell you. Thank you, Bill, so much. I see Craig and Donna both back there from Chicksansee. Thank you, guys. And then one of the most important people I forgot to thank is our veterans. They are the reason we're here today, being able to do what we can do today because of our veterans. So give them a big hand to veterans. Now, Congressman Costa's has a rep here. Oh, right here is going to give us another presentation. So. There's a button right there.
There we go. Okay.
What's your name?
Denise Altunian, and I'm here on behalf of Congressman Costa. And first, congratulations, Chairman, and good morning to the rest of the board. And I have a certificate of congressional recognition signed by the Congressman to present to Madera County in honor of the 125th anniversary celebration. So congratulations, and we look forward to the opportunity to participate in the celebrations and work with you all this year. So, thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, we're going to go back outside now for a little reception.
We're going to take a picture with the proclamation.
Huh?
We'll do it. A picture with the proclamation.
Oh, we got to do that? Okay, we need a picture of it. Yeah, Bill. Yeah, we do need that. Okay, thank you. We're ready to get going now. Is there any public comment? Seeing none, we're moving right on to the consent calendar. Any questions on the consent calendar?
Move to approve. Second.
Anybody out in the public got anything to say on it? Seeing none, all
Call for the vote. Supervisor Rogers?
Yes.
Supervisor Poitras?
Yes.
Supervisor Frazier?
Yes.
Supervisor Rodriguez?
Yes.
Supervisor Wheeler?
yes.
Vote passes 5-0.
And before I'm going to move to 7F and 7G, but, you know, I always, like Rob said, you never want to thank everybody because you're always going to forget somebody. I forgot our LAFCO team was out here, our MCTC, our Transportation Committee was out here. And
Yep.
Yeah, and what I really did, and I really screwed up, is our staff, our chief of staff. I really messed up, so I'm thanking Brittany, Anthony, Melissa, Glenna, and especially Letty. She's really helped us. Brittany, I seem like has been going 100 miles an hour, and I can't thank our chief of staff and Rhonda's two workers, Sarah and Tashiana. I always mess that one up too. So that made a difference. And they've done one heck of a job. Thanks for the great reception we had out here. They did all the work, and I want everybody to know I paid for that. That did not come out of no county dollars. That come out of Tom Wheeler's dollars. So
Right.
just want to make sure. I don't want the public to think that the public
Absolutely, they need to
paid
know
for that. So
Absolutely.
okay, now we're going to move number 7F.
7F, Board of Directors, Groundwater Sustainability Agency, Water and Natural Resources Department. Discussion consideration of entering into an agreement with Davis Engineering in an amount not to exceed $1,358,824 for provision of professional services for the development of groundwater sustainability plan and public outreach in the Chowchilla Subbasin, and authorize the chairman to execute the agreement. The funding is contingent upon notice from California Department of Water Resources of Proposition 1 funding.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. Eric Fleming, County Administrator. I'm doing my best today to cover for Director of Water and Natural Resources while we're doing that recruitment.
You look cute.
Oh, well, thank you.
You shouldn't have shaved your head off.
I did it just for you. So we're here before your board today. We've got item 7F, and then hopefully we can take up 7G after this. They're both related in that they're both efforts we're making to comply with the state's Sustainable Groundwater Management Act, SGMA, as you often hear it called. And as I believe your board is aware, by January of 2020, we have to have groundwater sustainability plans in place in our sub-basins here in Madera County, which is Chowchilla and Madera for the most part. So today we have representatives from David's Engineering. We have Brian Thorson. He's also joined by Nick Watterson. And then also that's been working on the project with them is Sean Kirkpatrick and Tristan Champ, both from my office. We are recommending to go with David's Engineering to prepare this plan. It'll take we're just going to make it just in time, I believe, to meet the deadline. But if you have specific questions about the process that they're going to go through or the timeline or what the product might look like, I would suggest now is a good opportunity to ask either Brian or Nick those questions. One or other note on funding, these plans will be covered by grant funds from the state's Prop 1. We expect to receive our preliminary notice of funding at the end of the month. And that's a big deal, and it covers a good amount of money here. So, with that, we're available for questions.
Brett?
Yeah, it's regarding the funding, and then I'll let them answer what you had talked about regards to what it looks like, scope, length of time, and everything. But in terms of the funding, this would be a grant that would be just for us. This wasn't in the original grant that helped prepare it for all of the sub-basin? Is that?
No, this is a grant that is going to fund the studies in both sub-basins,
right.
And this is a new grant.
It's a new grant. It's not the one that we had already.
That's correct.
Okay, that's what I wanted to make sure, so that we're not. And if we don't get this grant funding, what happens?
We revisit.
We have the ability via the contract to either find another funding source or, stop work. We shouldn't stop work. We need to find another funding mechanism.
Right. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, I know.
Figure out how we're going to pay for it.
And Tristan, glad we have you here now because we're going to need to keep using you on a lot of these things. What do you think the likelihood of the funding is going to be?
I can't really say, but because again, I didn't personally write the applications, but they do look they're very strong. They seem to comply with what the with what the grant have wanted, and so I'd say we have a very good chance.
Is it competitive?
Yes, it is competitive.
No, there's some broad numbers that have been issued by the state already on their website. There was some just over $84 million in grant funds available. It just about lined up perfectly with the grant funds requested. So within 100,000, I think, for all the requests.
Excellent.
So the odds are really high. And Tristan may not have.
One of the benefits us have, the projects are taking place in a disadvantaged community, and that's always a good thing in terms of grant funding. And I would say we have a very good shot.
Right.
Good. David?
Yeah, not only that, we're probably the number one at-risk basin in the state of California. They get their eyes on us. And we need to get this moving forward and keep the ball moving forward. The last thing we want is the DWR in control of our basin and our plans. And so this study is critical, and keeping the ball moving forward is something you're going to hear a lot from me through the next few years. I know we have Doug Welch here from the CWD, and we've talked about this and with some of our other representatives in the area, and we're just very concerned that we stay on top of this whole situation. I'm gonna move that we approve 7F.
Any public comment?
Yeah.
Seeing none, now motion?
Yeah, move to approve 7F.
Yeah, and there's, sorry, just one last.
You got a second before we talk.
Second.
Got a second over here.
So there's going to be coordination with these plans with the other GSAs, is that, or is this?
Yes.
I just want to
that's
that's extremely important. We need we've done a lot to try and start moving in concurrent directions. We just need to continue to do that. So
yes, so we'll be working with all the GSAs in the Chowchilla Sub-Basin for this particular one, and the contract is with Madera County, but we view our client as the GSAs, each individual GSA. So it's a fun project because we have lots of clients.
Yeah, as a side note, the GSPs have to coordinate on all of the.
Okay, call for the vote.
Call for the vote. Supervisor Rogers?
Yes.
Supervisor Poitras?
Yes.
Supervisor Rodriguez?
Yes.
Supervisor Frazier?
Yes.
Supervisor Wheeler?
Yes.
Vote passes 5-0.
7G.
Move to approve.
Second.
Out to the public, any comments? Seeing none, call for the vote.
Call for the vote. Supervisor Frazier?
Yes.
Supervisor Rogers?
Yes.
Supervisor Poitras?
Yes.
Supervisor Rodriguez?
Yes.
Supervisor Wheeler?
Yes.
Vote passes 5-0.
Okay, we're breaking for lunch. Come back at 1 o'clock.
And 6A.
1 second.
6A.
Oh, public hearing. We're going to do, hey, you guys, we're going to do one more. We're going to do 6A.
6A, public hearing, Board of Directors, Special Districts, County Service Area 22, Table Mountain Public Works Department, Capital Improvement Projects Division. Hearing to consider adoption of a resolution to establish zone of benefit E within County Service Area 22, CSA 22.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. Jared Carter with Public Works here. Ahmad Al-Kayat, Public Works Director. Mohammed Al-Kutami, our Special Districts Manager. The item before you is a hearing to consider adoption of a resolution to form Zone of Benefit E within County Service Area 22. This is in relation to the Tesoro Viejo development. We have worked with the developer on the resolution forming this zone of benefit. The specific services to be provided by that zone of benefit are outlined in the attachment to the resolution, and we have obtained a waiver from all property owners in the boundaries of zone of benefit E, waiving the public hearing process and noticing. So your board is authorized at this point to consider this resolution formation of the zone of benefit. And I would like to point out also in that resolution there is language related to the future formation of a municipal advisory committee, which would happen at a later date. We're available for any questions.
Any question, Brett? You're confident this will pay for everything that needs to be done moving forward with or without the developer there?
Yes, we've looked at the revenues generated. The revenues for this zone of benefit will come from the formerly formed Community Facilities District. So the revenues are from that, and then also from the tax sharing under the development agreement. So we've looked at the services to be provided and the amount of revenues that will be generated to go towards those and establish a level of service. And we'll be working with the developer as well to refine anything that we need to on that prior to getting the services going.
And it has the ability to keep up with inflation and everything throughout?
Correct. All that is built into that resolution and into, I believe, into the CFD as well.
Move to approve.
I got this a public hearing. We got to go out to the public. Anybody from the public have any comment on this? You okay? It's just, you went like this.
Move to approve and adopt.
Second.
Call for the vote.
Call for the vote. Supervisor Frazier?
Yes.
Supervisor Rogers?
Yes.
Supervisor Poitras?
Yes.
Supervisor Rodriguez?
Yes.
Supervisor Wheeler?
Yes.
Vote passes 5-0.
Now we're going to break for lunch.
Thank you, Tom.
Good. You're welcome.